We went to the bio shop yesterday and I bought some fresh peas. I thought, what a nice thing to do, to sit in the garden and shuck peas. Remind me of when I was young. Remind me of when I could use my thumbs. This has been the most painful pea shucking exercise I have ever experienced. I don't know what's happened to the picture. It's gone, not portrait, but it doesn't look landscape, and I can't change it now because I'd have to start again. And having achieved the pea shucking, I'm absolutely exhausted now. I just don't have, I do not have the dexterity to do that. And I know that there's a simple way to open a pea pod, but you need pressure. You need to be able to use, put pressure on your thumbs, and I can't. And yeah, most uncomfortable. And I've broken my fast because you can't shuck peas without eating the peas from the pod. I've been eating peas from the pod. So it was a bit of a day yesterday. Mark spent, I think, an hour loading the car with stuff for the chores. There was a lot of cardboard and polystyrene from my desk delivery. And there's months of other stuff in there because he doesn't go to the chores very often. And it used to be that I could help him, but I can't now. So, yeah, it took him a long time to load the car up. We decided that we would do the chores and then carry on and go to the bio shop. But I noticed as we came past the polytunnels that they were absolutely full of geraniums, and I know that if I leave it too long to go and get geraniums, I miss the best choice and I'm left with whatever's there. So I thought I'll just go across. It's just across the road from the chores. So we went across and I went in and bought the geraniums that are on the window ledge and that petunia basket that's hanging from the pergola. The only thing I don't like here is that they're using a lot of bright green plastic, which I think is really ugly. But luckily with the petunia, it's draping over so much, it's not that obvious. But I wish they wouldn't use bright green plastic. It's pretty ugly. So I did that, and actually just walking in there, going and getting the geraniums and the petunia, and walking out and back to the car and whatever. I was already done in before we got to the bio shop, but it's a 20-minute drive to the bio shop. So he stayed in the car. He said, you'll have to go in on your own, which is quite unusual. He does normally come in with me there. And I said, oh, that's fine. So I went in there and had a bit of a browse. I bought shoulder of lamb. Years since I've cooked shoulder of lamb, and that's slow cooking. I'm doing slow cooked shoulder of lamb. I know I should be doing it on Sunday, but who cares? So I'm doing that today with the peas. And I bought a hispy cabbage, which is the cabbage that's sort of cone shaped. I think Jerome gave me one a couple of years back that he'd grown, and I hadn't come across them. I can't remember what they call them in France. I hadn't come across them, but they're really sweet. It's a really lovely cabbage. Certainly don't get them in the local supermarket. You get a white cabbage, a green cabbage that isn't Savoy, and a red cabbage. It's like that's normally your choice in my local supermarkets. So it was nice to have a different choice in there. So I bought the hispy cabbage, and I can't remember what else I bought, but it's not really important. So as I was loading up at the checkout, I said to her I could do with my assistant. The trolley's too deep, because they know us in there. I said he's in the car and he's been to the chores, so he's too tired. But yeah, the trolley was just. Oh, I bought some strawberries. She said to me, "That's a nice treat," and I said, "Well, I only need that once a year. I buy strawberries and I eat them once a year, and then that's it. I've had my strawberries. I'm not. I think they're lovely, but I don't need them any more than once. I don't know, maybe later on in the year, but it's out of season, isn't it, later on in the year? But yeah, I certainly, and they were lovely. I think because they are organic and they're in season rather than been forced somewhere in a, large greenhouse. Oh, I don't know how they've been grown. They were really lovely. They were really sweet. Um, so yeah, we came back, and for another, it was a bit like the day Tuesday when we had Rob come and Ludo here and the shearing of Ida and everything. We were both absolutely knackered again last night. I'm hoping that Mark isn't overdoing it. He probably isn't, but I sort of think he's 77, and I don't want him to overdo it. But he's talking about that he now needs to clean the garage, which he does. It's really, there's still a lot of stuff in there that I noticed. I went in with him last night to look at it, and there's a lot of stuff in there that still needs to go to the déchetterie, around the edges and things that I'm seeing and thinking, well, why are they there? So I think this time I will help by loading up. I mean, it's just probably a couple of crates worth of déchetterie stuff, but I think I will at least get it out and help that way if I can, because it would be good to get rid of some of it, because he needs more shelving in there is what he's saying, but he's got tools everywhere and he just needs more shelving, but it needs a good clear out and reorganizing before he can do that. I've got a cat with me. Don't know whether you can see her. Let's see, she'll probably move if I do this. Are you keeping me company? Is this Pussycat? Hmm? Are you? Hmm? She is funny. She I went in to make my coffee and get the phone so I could do this vlog and my tripod. So the front door was open, but she was sitting there meowing. She'd followed me in. She was sitting meowing, and the door was slightly open, so if she'd wanted to, she could have gone out. And I carried on doing what I was doing, and then the next minute I hear her going through the cat flap, which brings her out into this front again. She's mad. Are you mad? Oi, this is Cat. You okay? Huh? So I don't think I've got anything on the agenda today. Yeah, I need to have a recovery day of, I don't know, what did I say I did yesterday? What? Oh, just the two lots of, just picking up the geraniums and the shopping in the BO shop was enough for me, and I probably cooked. What did I cook? I can't remember what I did yesterday for our main meal. Um, it's good, isn't it? Oh, old age is not very good, is it? Um, I started a new farm last night or this morning, and it's set in France, which feels far more comfortable. Apart from the roads are narrow, and it's set in, I think probably in it's probably Haute Savoie. The name's slightly different, but it's quite sort of mountainous. Um, but so I'm having a move around in there and learning where everything is on the map. And because I'm much more familiar with the game, it feels a lot easier to be on a strange map rather than on the map that I knew very well. So I'm doing that, but I've stopped now because I've had enough of that. It's a bit tiring. So I need to go and peel some potatoes and have a bit of a surf. I am seeing what's going on, but it's like what is there to say? It's just awful, and everywhere is awful. You know, Russia, Ukraine. Russia demanding that Ukraine give up the territory that Russia haven't been able to win, or Putin, not Russia. Putin, we can have peace once you've given up that territory. Well, fuck off. That's just unbelievable. And there's all There's Gaza, and I know I don't mention it because it is just atrocious. It's just so, it's it's it leaves me speechless, and I can't believe that the world is allowing Netanyahu to starve and lay siege to Gaza so that they can take the land. It's just disgusting that they take land from Palestinians. And I don't talk about it because people get angry and they think you're anti-Semitic. I'm not anti-Semitic, but all of that land isn't yours. I don't care what you believe that, God promised us that, it's the, what is it, the promised land or whatever. Well, not fucking all of it. Share it. That's why I don't talk about Gaza, but it's awful because the pictures coming from Gaza are so distressing. Kids looking like they've been in Belsen. So that's why I don't mention it, because it makes me so angry, and it's gone on and on and on and on for months. And it's horrible, isn't it? The politics, world politics and whatever are horrible. And I'm sitting here in my garden, listening to the birds, looking at the trees, feeling at peace. And I know that I am so lucky to be, well, I wasn't born beneath this sky, but I was so lucky to be born in a peaceful part of the world. And I don't think any of us appreciate that. And I think that, the people that are the refugees and the people are angry with didn't have this privilege, and we're so privileged, and they haven't had that privilege, and they're trying to get away from it, and people just see them as vermin. And partly we're the cause of that. We supply arms, we supply bombs, we supply war machines. God, that wasn't where I was intending to go. Not unusual for me, I know, but yeah, I'll stop. So, thanks for watching, and there's a few new subscribers recently, and I'd be interested to know, what was it in the vlog that you watched that caused you to subscribe? Because sometimes the vlog for me is quite mundane, and a lot of my vlogs are mundane. And I think, what is it that attracted you to subscribing? Was it my dynamic personality, my fabulous looks, or was it something else? Let me know in the comments, because I'd like to know. Okay, thanks for watching. See you after we've eaten the lamb. Bye.